All right. Welcome in, everybody. The Gentleman's Code, episode 20. This is our holiday special episode. But welcome in, everybody. We have a lot we're going to talk about today, a couple different topics. We're going to talk about our year, 2024, kind of in reverse, since our next episode will be on January 1st. Actually, I just looked at the calendar. So it'll be the fresh start for the Gentleman's Code in 2025. But we got a lot we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the importance of finding a good woman, and keeping her as your piece, and keeping her, as a status symbol for yourself and what that brings along with you. But also our year in review, talk about the things we accomplished, starting the pod, starting the Taylor's Code, everything that we accomplished this year. So we're going to talk about that. But I'm going to toss it over to Priamo to introduce what he's going to talk about today.
Beautiful. What's going on, gentlemen? I'm happy to have us back before the new year. Relish in this moment to the competition that are watching right now, because the competition is watching. They're hoping that we fail. They're hoping that we don't do as well as that we think we will. Relish in this moment, because 2025 will be our year. We're gonna absolutely blow up in 2025. The gentlemen that we have inside the organization right now, they're getting better. They're becoming more competent. They're making more money. And by the time 2025 rolls around, we're gonna have the entire year to hit the ground running. Grow the organization, grow the YouTube accounts, grow the social media accounts, grow the influence. Everything's going to be bigger and better in 2025. That will be our year. So relish in this last week that you have, while you have an opportunity to, enjoy yourselves, do what you want to do. But next year will be ours. Okay. But yeah, just to look back on the year and see, all the shit that we've done since starting the organization together, starting the podcast, it's huge, because we talked about this on episodes before. Just the fact that we were willing to try and do something, we've already beaten 99% of the competition. Now, already 20 episodes in, have not missed a single week. We would have went live yesterday, but it was Christmas. The next day, the day after Christmas, we still went live. Everybody else is taking the week off, taking today off, taking yesterday off, taking the day before that off. Bro, we're still uploading shorts every single day. Both of our YouTube accounts are uploading videos. We're still going live. We're still doing podcasts. And you wonder, you're going to look back and you're going to say, oh, how did these guys win so big? How did these guys actually do it and get ahead of the competition? Well, because we did the shit that nobody else was willing to do. And that's already, and we have that mindset. And so I love to look back at the last 20 episodes and see what we've done already, how much we've already, improved the content, the podcast, and we're still fucking running. We're still running at full speed. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Even if you think back in terms of the podcast, we started with pretty much 0 subscribers, both of us. We ran it up you're over 1,200 now. I'm over 1,000 now. Our first episode or 2 or 3, we couldn't even get the sound to work properly. We were all over the place. The picture was not as good as our nice templates now that you guys are watching this on. But just putting in that time and putting in the work is delivering you this product that you see now here today. And we're getting better from our back and forth, bouncing it, our intros, our bringing up the screen and showing you guys different things. So just putting in the time and effort of what you're going to work on. So you see this is episode 20 now. So this is 20 weeks straight we've been working on this. We haven't taken a break from it. And it's more than just us jumping on every Wednesday morning. It's Tuesday nights, it's watching it all day Thursday, it's setting thumbnails on Mondays and things like that. So there's a lot of work that goes involved into it, and it's not just popping on a Wednesday morning and just chopping it up. So those are just things to think about when you're going to start something new in 2025. Think about what you actually want to do, what you actually want to accomplish, and then just lay it out. We knew it wasn't going to be an overnight thing where we're going to have 1,000 YouTube subscribers and live people watching, but we knew by week 20, week 30, week 40, we were going to be where we wanted to be.
Exactly. And you guys already, somebody saying in the chat, the Mr. Producer, we're over here Mr. Producering now. We got we got the music pumping on the labs. We got everything crooking. And this is the importance of taking action in everything that you do in your life. Is people have all these great ideas, these business plans. I want to build this. I want to do that. I want to make money in this realm. Everybody has great ideas, but nobody actually applies any action to them, right? The difference was me and Bobby had the fucking cajones, the balls, the cojones to fucking do something about it, to actually act and do what we wanted to do. Everybody wants to start a podcast. Everybody wants to start a university, an online business, get into real estate, get into crypto, but they never actually take any action. Okay. Like you said, the first couple of episodes, we couldn't even get the audio working. My video is not even showing. Bob, you can't even hear on my end. Bro, we probably have like 5 episodes on my YouTube where there's only one side of the conversation happening.
Streamlabs was lagging us out for each other. It was terrible.
And then the Harris campaign was attacking our streams, but we were getting Matrix attacked. I got debanked. I didn't have any fucking, I didn't have bank accounts for a week. The Matrix was attacking us, but we still kept doing it and we figured it out. Oh my gosh, look at that. Over time, you figure shit out. So yeah, huge. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Christmas because I know you went back home,
Yeah.
spent some time with the family. What you guys end up doing?
Yeah, so Christmas is always a jolly and happy time around here ever since I was a kid, since I was little. I remember going to the grandparents' house and having our Italian seven fishes dinner. I don't know if that's something you guys celebrate over there, but yeah, well, that's a tradition we've kept alive in the family for since my Italian grandmother passed, just keeping the seven fishes alive. So that's a tradition we do every holiday. So we had the spread. Christmas Eve is really big for us, where we open up some gifts for some family members that aren't there on Christmas Day, and we do our seven fishes. So we cook pretty much all night from 4 to like midnight. So we cooked all night. It was great. And then yeah, we went out to dinner, spending time with the family, just kind of taking a little time away from work, de-stressing, just chatting it up and doing all that. So it was great. Now we're kind of doing the second leg of the tour today. For those know, have when you have a loved one, when you have someone you're a partner with, you have to go see their family as well. So you got to split it up, and you got to see their family, and so that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna head out and go see her family, my girlfriend's family, and we call it the second leg of the tour. So that's what it is, and yeah. So we're not done yet. Still got lots of presents to give out and open up.
Bang, we got fucking Bobby Aerosmith over there, fucking touring the country, doing Christmases all over the world, all over the world. But the seven fishes is, of course, you know me. I mean, my family's from Italy. Of course, we did that. And so recently, my grandfather had died a couple of years ago, and then my grandmother in 2023. Yeah, she had died. So we used to always go over there Christmas Eve,
Hmm.
open presents with that side of the family, have the fishes, that whole tradition. Now, you see over time as grandparents start to die, traditions can die with them if you
Hmm.
don't continue to do the things that they're doing. So my parents had made a concerted effort to actually start to bring some of those things back and continue their own traditions because if you don't, you see that's how over generations things die. They won't happen anymore. If you don't continue to do what the grandparents have done, those traditions will die. And it's a shame because those are the traditions you remember from growing up. Those are the things that,
Yeah.
the family loved to do together so much. You can't forget those things. You got to continue to do them. So we had, my father had made a pasta with, what are they called? Anchovies.
I love
And
anchovies.
the sauce was fantastic. And then my godfather had also made bacala. He had made some octopus, some squid, some of those different things. He prepared that. My cousins had brought that over. We ate some of that as well. Just fantastic. The anchovy pasta is fantastic. And
I
so if
never had
anybody
an
has never had
anchovy pasta.
fire,
It's like that
fire.
saltiness. That's probably really good.
It's great and it's such a simple sauce too. It's very light, so you can eat a lot of it. So Italians, really good Italian cooks, they know how to make their dishes incredibly light. That's something that you don't get in the United States. Everything in the United States is heavy as fuck. Starch, potatoes, big portions, but heavy portions.
Hmm.
My grandmother, my nonna, she could make pizzas where you could have 20 fucking slices and not even be full. But that's how light she could make it. It's just I don't even know how to really explain, but it's just light. So same thing with the pasta that my father had made because it's just, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, of course, not regular olive oil, extra virgin. Extra virgin olive oil, some garlic, some salt, some anchovy, a couple of different things he threw in there, but super light. And then you could just fucking eat that shit up and it wouldn't fill you at all. It's fantastic, dude.
And that's why I love the seven fishes dinner, because a lot of people think, oh, seven fish, that's a lot of food. Well, if you space it out over time and it's light, it's fish. Like we usually do like my dad calls it the rule of two. So we'll do like two fillets. So we'll do like a salmon fillet, we'll do a cod fillet. Then we usually do two kind of like, I don't know what you would call them, but it's like lobster and then the crab legs. So kind of like two insects of the sea. And then we usually,
Crustaceans.
yeah, yeah. And then we do two kind of like appetizers. So we did a tuna tartare, and then we did a smelt, the little tiny fish. We deep fried those, and then I think we also had some calamari, some squid. So that's just a good way to break it up. Break it up into some appetizers, and then we have the nice fillets, and we have the crab legs, kind of the feast on at the end. But I like what you said about the traditions because that's completely true. And I actually was telling my dad, it's like from when I was a kid and when we used to go to my grandparents who are now gone. It's like it feels like a different timeline. It feels like a different life like we live. Like it doesn't even feel the same like lifetime anymore. And he knows this because they died when I was like 7 and then 10. So it's over like 16, 17 years ago at this point. It literally is a whole lifetime away from what it is. So that's why we try to keep the traditions alive of doing the 7 fishes. And even we went over my dad's family friend who was friends with my grandparents. Their parents were friends with my grandparents, and they would always have dinner together on Christmas Day. So we even went to go see them on Christmas Day just to kind of keep like that, the family mojo there and stuff. So yeah, it's
Good.
great. It's a great time to see the family and to do those traditions together.
Yeah, that's huge. And I'll say one other thing with the fishes too. For any of you pussies who don't like to eat fish, oh, I don't like fish. I don't, it doesn't taste bad. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, my mother, she said in Venezuela, there's a saying that they have about fish and people who eat fish. They call it rompa colchon, right? Bed busters, couch busters, meaning that if you eat a lot of fish, you're busting up the bed in the bedroom. You're fucking it up. Rompe colchon, they fucking the bed busters.
High in
So
iron
yeah,
gets the
that's how
blood
you, that's
flowing.
yeah, that's how you get that blood flow. You got any of you fucking bastards got in an ED, start eating some fucking fish and watch that thing get rock solid. So yeah, so eat your fish. All right, don't be a guy that's I don't like the
It's
taste of
fishy.
fish. Yeah, yeah, and you're gay. So eat the fish, dude. It's fish. You're gonna allow a sea creature to defeat you. You're gonna allow a fish with those big beady eyes and the fucking gills. You're gonna let that thing defeat you. You can't eat a fish, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You got if you're tuning in trying to be a gentleman and make money, but you can't eat fish, you got much larger problems you got to deal with first, buddy. Okay, you got to deal with the fact that you can't eat a fish. So yeah, eat your fish, gentlemen. You want to fucking bust up the bedroom? You gotta fucking eat some fish. All right.
So just another thing kind of around the holidays that I've kind of learned since I've been older is the more you become the man of your household and become the older sibling and you start taking care of your family is you start receiving less gifts, but you start giving more gifts. And the giving, as you get older, you realize is more fun than the receiving, right? As you're a kid, you love waking up and Santa left all the presents under the tree. But as you get older, seeing the joy that others get from what you give them is, what I've noticed has become more fun for me is giving people other gifts and letting them bask in it, whatever it might bring them, what kind of joy it brings them. It brings me the same joy. So that's just something I received as I get older, just starting to appreciate that more than I have as I was a child, especially as you make more money, you could afford a little nicer things around the holidays. It really makes them happy and it makes me happy in return.
Yeah, you want to be exactly. You want to become the man of the household. You want to be a fucking hero to your family. You want people to look at you as the guy who's going to make shit happen and also solve the problems for the family. So that first started happening for me a couple years ago, and last year, one of the things I was able to do is fly out my entire family to come and stay with me at the mansion in AZ where I was living at, and that was one of those moments where you start to see all that hard work, the sacrifice, everything that you've been doing up to that point come to fruition, pay off because now you can put your family in a position to do things that they wouldn't have been able to do without you. And that's the whole point of becoming the
Mm-hmm.
man of your household and becoming the man in your circle and your sphere is now you can provide these things to them. And that's why you kill yourself. This is why you go to war every single day and you work the way that you work. Because then at some point you can start to do the things that you weren't able to do in the past. That's your goal as a man. And like you said, it's true. You get a lot more satisfaction, especially as a man, right? For women, they still like getting their gifts. But as a man, you always hear the joke or the thing about dad doesn't get shit or dad gets socks, he gets on, dad doesn't get shit. Dad's there to provide the gifts. He's there to provide the joy. And you start to see that as you get older. Yeah, I don't listen, you don't have to buy me nothing, but I want to be able to see your face whenever I was able to do something for you and see that appreciation. Wow, all this hard work, all this everything I've been doing for the past year, 2 years, 3 years is coming to fruition. It's paying off, right? So that's what you want as a man. And yeah, that's huge. And that's also those are the things that continue to fuel an individual, whenever you try to do things for other people, that's what continues to fuel you for down the road. People who are completely self-motivated in the sense that they want to provide to themselves, they want to get things for themselves, they just want to do things for themselves. Those people always fail much easier because if they do fail, the only person that they've let down is themselves. And they can rationalize that. They can say,
Yep.
"Yeah, yeah, that's fine. It's okay, Priamo. I can get used to living this way. I can get used to being poor." You can do that to yourself. But when you're motivated to improve the lives of those around you, you're not going to fail because you're not going to let them down. Because if you do fail, those are the people that you let down, and you can't let that happen. This is why you have to be motivated for other people.
Especially around the holidays too. If you set an expectation one year, and then the following year you come back with no gifts and be like, Bobby, he's crashing out. He's not making no more money. What happened? No, so it's just setting yourself up. Buying the Christmas dinner, spending a little more money on food, take some stress off of whoever it may be. Grandma can't afford as many crab legs this year. You have the ability to pitch in, help out, feed the family, buy some nice gifts, things like that. It's such a masculine thing you feel as a man when you can start to be able to do that, right? And it's it's coming down to the point where we're getting older, we're going to start having our own families. You got to start preparing for what your life is going to look like, what your family's going to look like, and you have to understand that you might have to travel, and you might have to buy gifts, and you have to buy food, and there's a lot on your plate around the holidays, especially around the holidays. So it's just something you got to start thinking of, and maybe you got to put a little extra change away from work throughout the year to buy gifts and stuff like that. So just that was just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, and it's also why it's so important to be able to find, because this will play into the title of the stream. So this is why it's so important to find somebody that, whenever you're looking for a woman, that can help you in your pursuit of this masculine energy, of this masculine imperative of being able to take care of and provide for the people around you. Because I see a lot of young men who are much too focused on chasing women and finding girls and being with chicks, etc. Because that's cool. That's where they get their confidence from. That's where they gain their identity from, is chasing women, having girls, having a girlfriend. When in reality, the best way to live your life is to achieve your goals, achieve your success, make money, do great things, and then attract the right woman. So that the woman is not your identity, is not the way that you gain your confidence and your ego from. Because if that girl leaves you, if that girl isn't the right girl for you, it'll destroy your life. And when you're successful in your own self, in going to the gym, in developing your speaking abilities, in developing your businesses, developing your income, when you're confident in it of yourself, you're not reliant upon somebody else for an identity. You don't need to be chasing girls to make yourself feel like the man. I already know I'm the man. I'm the shit. So I don't need to be chasing girls to feel like, oh, I'm desirable. Nah, I got girls in my DMs every day, right? Because that's the life that I put together for myself, and that's the image I put together for myself. So it just comes to you. And so the one other point I was going to make is, so you don't want to be the guy that gets the girl, knocks her up, now you got a kid on the way, and then you decide you want to start taking your life seriously, and then you want to try to make money and become successful. Too late now, player. Hey, could you figure it out? Yeah, you still could. I'm not saying you should give up, but you don't want to be that guy. If you can put yourself in that position beforehand, which you can, that's what you want to do. You don't want to go into the situation now having to do it because it's the last minute. You want to be already the individual that you want to be before you start having the kids and having the girl and having all these different. You want to develop that first instead of being put in a situation where you're forced to figure it out.
Yeah, it's a great point, because a lot of people seek that validation from other people about themselves. When all reality, it's you should be able to wake up every day, have your game plan, know what type of man you are. Like you said, gym in the morning, get your workout in, hour and a half. Then you're going to sit down, you're going to game plan for the day. Then you're going to get to work, and then you're going to work for 8 hours. Then you're going to work for 9 hours. And then you're going to reflect. Then you're going to eat dinner. Then you're going to relax. And then you're going to reflect, get ready for the next day. So guys that have a plan, know who they are on the day to day. They know what their work is. They know where their money's coming from. You're right. They're not going to seek that validation from going out and dating a bunch of women, out in the streets late at night, drinking at the bar, because that's what it entails. It's not, these guys that are out doing that, they're not at the library or the coffee shop all day, every day. They're out late night, And, when you're out that late, nothing really ever good comes from being out that late doing all that stuff. So you hit the nail on the head. It's like the validation that you could get from becoming a self-made man is way higher than any girl could give you just out searching around in the bars and the streets. So take that and become who you want to become, and then you will find the right person who will help you around the holidays. Like my girlfriend helps me around the holidays. We get gifts together. We did our plan of action, flying to Pennsylvania, driving a car, flying back to Tampa, flying here. So you need a partner that's going to help you in achieving these goals and achieving these tasks of going all over the country during the holidays and raising kids and giving kids Christmas gifts. So that's the mother you want for your kids. You don't want someone who's just going to be like, oh, I need to make content for my OnlyFans today, or I don't know, like whatever it is. So just
exactly.
Yeah. So that's honestly the sad reality of where we're at in today's dating scene for most people. I'd say from what I've seen, I've been out of it for a little bit, but it's most people are very self-centered, only thinking about themselves in that aspect of like what their financial situation is going to be, their job, and they lose that vision of the family unit, like we talked about, keeping traditions alive, and especially around the holidays, it makes you realize it even more. But a lot of people are very self-centered around their job, around where their money's coming from, and especially, if you want to talk about the OnlyFans girls, that's very selfish because their future kids are going to look back and be like, that's what my mom did to be famous or to make money. And then they're going to, so there's a lot that goes with it. And I think that having the right partner creates that safety net, not in terms of becoming a man, but that safety net, and if you forget a gift or you forget to book plane tickets, right? You have somebody there who's smart, intelligent, and can back you up on something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why it's so important as a man to be able to develop yourself prior to meeting women or prior to trying to settle down, because confidence is you're confident in yourself when you know you're doing the right things. So anybody could come up to me and say to Priyamo, some random person on the street could say, "Oh, Priyamo, you're not a hard worker. Oh, you're not successful. Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that. You suck." Da, da, da. They could tell me all these different things, and it would not affect me in any way at all because I know it's just simply not true, right? Because I know what I do. I see what I do every single day for the past 3-4 years. I'm a fucking savage. You can't come up and tell me I don't work hard. That's fucking insanity. It's just delusion. That's not true. That's where confidence comes from. If you need to draw your confidence from what other people think of you, then that means you're not doing the right things, right? Therefore, chasing the women, chasing the validation online, chasing all these things to make yourself feel good because you know in yourself you're not doing the right things. If you know you're doing the right things, you don't need anybody else to validate that. You see what you do on a day-to-day basis. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. There's no secret to it. So you can get that confidence from yourself. And then the second thing is that the huge issue with what women are going through nowadays is they do seek all of that validation from other people online. I mean, gentlemen, if I have to tell you this, there's no hope for you, but obviously you should never date a girl with an OnlyFans. Outrageous, okay? You want to have some fun with her. You want to, crack her cheeks a couple of times, boom, 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 some fun. Okay, fine. But if you think that's a girl you should date, that you'd actually spend any serious time with, you were out of your mind. And there are not gentlemen, what am I calling them? Gentlemen. There are fools out there, they're not gentlemen, fools out there that date these girls, and they're cool with that. And they say, oh, it's no big deal. It's sort of a way to make money. Da, 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 da. So you need other men to give your girl validation, time, attention, money. She can be a hooker for them, show them her fucking tits, ass, all this different stuff. And you're cool with that. You think that's going to provide a nice, healthy relationship for not only yourself, but then your future children, your future family. You think that's going to be good for you guys? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Are you out of your mind? No. You want a girl that does not require validation from other people, especially online, especially other men. Because girls who are posting every single day on Instagram, being super revealing, bikini pictures, all this crazy stuff online, they're doing that for validation. And other men are giving her attention. Now you're training her mind to seek validation, seek attention from other men as opposed to just seeking it from you. That's outrageous. Of course it's not going to be a healthy relationship.
And I like what you said before about like the social media and people just wanting validation online, even like in terms of content, and people are posting content like, oh, I want to make sure that it's great. I want people to like it. What you just have to be authentic, and you have to be who you are online and not worry about the validation that's going to come. Because even we had some goofies comment on our YouTube all the time, and it's just like they don't even know what they're talking about. It's like it's not true. So if you're getting all worked up over what people say about you, especially because only you know you the best, and you let people come online, like one guy said, he's like, oh, some new crypto gurus that are gonna do something. And I was like, obviously you don't know us, because if you knew us, you would know that's not true at all. So some goofy like that. But it goes with anything though. If you're gonna build a business online, if you're gonna build anything online on the internet these days, you have to know who you are, your true self, and then project that out onto the internet, into the world, because other people's opinions could change. If you're a weak-minded individual, they could change who you even think you are about yourself, and that's not what you want. You want to know who you are, project that out, and then people who like that begin to follow and to do that. But not in terms of, I think, like Priamo said, like the OnlyFans stuff and those girls seeking validation in other ways, in terms of monetary, money, attention, maybe trying to find a sugar daddy, whatever it is. That's not a girl you want to date. That's not who you want to be around. That's not a good mindset for any man to have to go through.
Yeah, I never want to date a girl that says, oh, well, I never want to date a girl, number one, who has 1,000 posts on Instagram, and continues to do that while we're dating, posting on her stories, always on social media, always seeking validation. Never want to do that. And I also never want to be with a girl who's always busy, right? Busy women is not a good thing. You don't want a girl that's always busy. Oh, so what are you doing this week, or what are you doing this weekend? Oh, well, I'm going up to this university to go see my gay best friend, and then I'm gonna go out to this bar, and then I'm gonna go travel to Belize with my friends, and we're gonna go on a yacht, and we're gonna da 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 da. Like, oh, so you're always busy doing what? Okay, yeah, that's a big red flag. I don't want to ever be with a girl. No,
Nonsense.
because. And I laugh when women say they're busy to me. When a girl says, "Oh yeah, I'm really busy this week." Da, da, da. Busy. You're busy. No, I'm busy. I'm busy. Okay, you're not busy. You're busy is you going out and getting drunk and partying with your friends and doing a bunch of dumb shit. I'm busy. Okay, you're not busy. So a girl's busy is not even a good type of busy. It's just her partying and doing a bunch of dumb shit. So that's the most unattractive thing to me. If I want a girl that does nothing. Oh, what are you doing this week? Oh, I'm just gonna be inside reading the Bible. Oh, okay, that's good. I like that. What else you doing this week? Oh, well, I'm probably gonna, go to church and do the
Cook a nice stew.
yeah. I'm gonna cook some dinner for my father and da da da. Oh, okay. I like this girl. That's the girl that I like. That's attractive. Not the girl that's I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. Because and here's the other thing too. Ladies, you're not gonna like to hear this, but this is true. If you're always busy doing something, women don't make the best decisions. Okay? They're not when they're always busy doing stuff like going out, partying, going on vacations, and doing all this shit. They're doing a lot of things that they're gonna regret either the very next morning or at least a year from then. So again, the more situations that girl puts herself in to do bad things and make poor decisions and make mistakes while she's drunk and fucked up with her friends, the less attracted I am to her, because I know she's done more things that she's not going to tell me about. So you want to stay away from that. I don't like that. You're busy. Okay, well, I'll pass then. I'll pass.
And even for the gentleman, it's like if you're out till 2, 3 in the morning, out clubbing, partying, nothing really good could ever come from that. You're not at home working. The boring nights when you're sitting at home on the computer, game planning how you're going to build your YouTube. It's not flashy. It's not gonna get you more girls, but it's gonna extend your business. It's gonna make you competent in a specific field, whatever you're working on, e-commerce, crypto, YouTube. You're dialing in your skill set, and that's what's most important. It's not flashy. It's not gonna be fun. No one said this is fun, but it's what you need to do to become a better businessman and do all these things. So the more you could actually train yourself to sit down and do the things you don't want to do, is going to be that delayed gratification for the things you do want and the things you do want to do. And then the women you do want to meet, because you're trained to sit down and work on the computer for 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and you're disciplined. You're not going to just go for some some girl who's out clubbing, partying all night, because you have the discipline to know that, okay, well, she's out there doing that. What is she working on when she wakes up in the morning? Oh, well, she's probably hungover and she's door dashing a Dunkin' Donuts, 1,500 calorie meal in the morning too, to soak up some of the alcohol. So just it goes hand in hand. You know, what you put out into the universe, you're gonna attract. So if you're out partying all night in the clubs, drinking, doing all that, that's probably the type of girl you're gonna end up with. If you're at home, you're working, you're in your office, working on the computer, game planning, and reading, writing, you're gonna end up with a girl that sits at home, writes, works on her resume, does her work, does what she does, right, to make money, whatever it is.
That's a fantastic point. Yes, whatever you're doing is what you're gonna get. Exactly. Because if all you're doing is going out partying, clubbing, getting fucked up with a gentleman, I'm not saying you can't do that. Of course, listen, you want to go out with a gentleman, have a good evening, for sure, fantastic, great. Just understand that the girl that you meet out while you're doing that is not going to end up being your wife. Probably not, because if you meet her at the club when she's fucked up, what do you think she's typically doing on the weekends, every single weekend? At the clubs, getting fucked up. So that's the type of girl that you're going to get.
She's a regular
You
at Club Space.
Yeah, you don't want that, bro. And I know who some of those girls are. That's not a girl you want to be with. Okay? That exactly. You don't want to be taking out a girl that's a regular at Space, because I'm telling you that's not going to be a good mother to your children. Not at all. So yeah, so you got to find the right environments to be able to meet these women. So that's that, right? Okay. Now you're competent. Now you're making money. Now you're successful. All right, you ready to find a woman, somebody that can bring some value to your life, and you in turn bring value to her. Because of course, the whole point is this is going to be a relationship. This is a partnership. It's got to be 50-50. I'm going to give you and provide you beautiful, fantastic things, a lifestyle that you're going to want to live, trips that you want to be able to go on, etc. And in turn, you got to give me these certain things. So for the ladies, you got to understand, for a successful individual, a young man that's actually ambitious and trying to make money and trying to better not only your life, but the life for your family in the future, you got to be peace for that man. You have to be a supportive individual for that man, in the sense that when he comes back from war, he just spent the entire day fighting the fucking savages that are out there that are trying to take his money, take his girl, take his family, take his car, take his house, take everything this man's ever worked for. And he's in turn trying to go to war with these individuals to take resources away from them by making money and by building a business. You have to be peace for him whenever he comes back from that war, because he just spent the whole day at fucking battle, putting his life on the line against savages like me and Bobby, right? And getting fucking decimated because me and Bobby are smoking them. And he comes back home. What do you think he's going to want from you? Peace or more problems? Peace or more issues? Peace or more things he has to deal with, right? Not saying that you shouldn't expect him to fix problems that you have. Yeah, normal, real problems, of course. But fabricating issues, fabricating a unhealthy environment, especially in the home, that's the last thing that he wants. Mm-hmm. You got to be his peace when he comes back from war.
Yeah, that's a big one. The fabricating of problems that aren't there is one that will ruin relationships for sure, because there is real problems that come up, and sometimes people get overwhelmed with those. And then if you start piling on top of the fabricated ones, like, oh, you said this and I thought you meant this. It's like, no, well, I didn't mean that, or I didn't say that. And, things like that can really send a relationship downhill. So just make sure you're staying true. Not fabricating. It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. Don't fabricate it on the other end. And I think it's super important, just like Priyama said, to be a support system. He was working all day. Your man's working all day. He doesn't want to come home to a messy house and to stuff all over, and he wants to just sit on his couch, but he can't because you're doing stuff on his couch, arts and crafts time. It's like, just make sure he's going to be comfortable when he comes home. And one of my biggest ones is the hangriness, right? I could switch on a dime. As soon as I eat, I'll be all fired up, cranky all day. As soon as I eat, I'm like, oh, what do we? I'm like the nicest guy on earth as soon as I get some food in me. So it's like feeding your man is super important. Feeding your loved ones could definitely change the attitude in that realm.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest thing. That's why I said it's just the peace of it. That's what I look for is do you bring peace to my life of chaos, to my life of where I'm already at war also? Because that's you got to understand, for Bobby, for myself, my whole life is competitiveness, is masculine energy, is this fire to compete with other people, defeat other people, make more money than other people. My whole life is just me chasing this success, right? And me doing that is in turn what's going to provide us with the lifestyle that she's going to want, right? So I'm going to provide the home, I'm going to provide the food, I'm going to provide the resources, etc. But exactly, whenever I come back though, I shouldn't be going into another war zone, right? Into another environment where, oh, no, 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 no. Listen, remember, not only do I like women who not don't do a lot of things, but I also like women who don't talk too much, right? So the more that you talk, the more issues that could come up. Um, but my point is that yeah, you don't want to come back into an environment that's where you don't feel peace, because I've seen that a lot of men deal with that issue, and women too. Listen, women are absolutely, you know, getting into relationships with men that are fucking shit too. But for men, you don't want to come back into a home environment where you can't feel peace within your own home. If you don't have peace within your own home and you don't have respect within your own home, you're going to live a very miserable life as a man. I encourage you to get the fuck out of there as quickly as humanly possible and understand what you did wrong to create that environment and allow that to happen and fix that for moving forward. But don't stay there. You can't come back into your home and not feel peace. That's the worst thing that you could do for yourself whenever you live in when you're living a life, because your life's going to go past you. Your life's going to end eventually. You're going to waste all these years living in an environment where you can't even come home from work and feel good about it.
Be
Fuck
happy
no. Are you
about it.
kidding me?
No, that's great. I think that's a great place to leave it. I think I hit on everything that I want to talk. Anything else you want to talk about on that topic?
Let me think. No, I would just make sure that the gentleman really understand that you have to feel peace whenever you're around your girl. If you're really actually doing important things. When you're younger and you're not doing anything important, valuable, you're not building your life, you're cool with a toxic relationship. You'll live with it. You think it's kind of fun. You kind of get off to it like, oh yeah, we fight all the time and then we make up, etc. You can do that kind of shit because you got nothing better going on. So you look for that confrontation, that you look for that thrill there. But you quickly realize if you're actually already dealing with all that shit on a day-to-day basis in the real world, trying to compete, trying to make money, have success, you'll see how quickly you don't like that anymore. Because now it's just a gimmick. I don't need that gimmick anymore. No, I have real problems I'm trying to deal with. I don't want to have that type of relationship with my girl. So just make sure you guys understand that it's got to be peace that's brought to you. It's got to be comfort. It's got to be, oh, okay, I feel better now that I'm around you. That's the girl, a woman's superpower is to bring you that comfort, that peace, that nurturing, feminine energy.
Yep.
Just relax, take the stress away. Hey, let me get you an espresso. You look tired. Are you all right? How was your day? That's what I need to hear. Not, oh, you left your fucking shirt on. The da, 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 da. Whatever. I don't listen. It's my fucking house. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. So, but yeah. So we'll leave that at that. So that's what you got to look for, gentlemen. Outside that, did you have any other topics you want to hit upon?
Just kind of looking forward to 2025. We kind of reflected on the holidays and looking back on 2024, but kind of what we want to do for 2025. Obviously, a lot of it relies on the viewers. If they're liking the videos, what else we could change or what else we could tweak to move forward into 2025. So if you're watching this right now, drop some comments below of what you guys are like that we've done in the first 20 episodes of the Gentleman's Code and what we could do better moving forward. Obviously, feedback is critical into becoming successful. And like we said, we hit 1,000 subscribers each plus in, what is it, 4 months? Four or 5 months of being on. So yeah, I think things have gone good, but everything could always be better. So if you're watching this, drop some comments of what we could do better in 2025 and just kind of like what we're expecting. Obviously the Taylor's Code is booming. We got more people coming in more than ever. We're gonna do some marketing campaigns, I'm sure, in 2025 to get us booming even more. But what kind of value do you see us bringing and what we could work on moving forward?
Absolutely. Yeah, let us know, gentlemen. This is for you guys. This is to improve the network, improve everybody else's lives around us. So tell us, let us know what you want to look for, what you need, what is it that we got to work on, because that's how we're going to get better. And then as we continue to grow over the years, you guys are going to see how, just that time and energy and the effort that you focus onto something, how that can pay tenfold down the road. So yeah, we're open to anything that you guys have for us. Um, Inside the Taylor's Code, if you're not already inside, join the organization. The link is in the description of the video. Okay, it's the Taylor's Code. This is our private networking organization where we essentially collaborate with other people who are very successful in their industries, myself, Bobby, Logan, these other gentlemen that are working with us, and teach you how to make money online in multiple different areas, whether it's sales, right? You want to be a virtual salesperson closing $2,000 a deal, $2,000 deals a day. Fantastic. Join. Let me know. We'll get you placed in a sales position right away with a real company, with a real sales position, with a real income. Fantastic. You want to do e-commerce? Join the Taylor's Code. Get with Bobby. He'll help you open up an e-commerce store, get products into your store, show you how to set everything up, how to do advertising, how to do everything you need to do to be able to make an income off the e-commerce. You want to do crypto? Fantastic. You want to make a shit ton of money in crypto? Great. Join the Taylor's Code. I'll show you. Bobby will show you. Logan will show you what we do on a day-to-day basis from a TA perspective, from an investment standpoint, when we're exiting, when we're entering positions, how we're taking profit, how we're making money. The world of crypto is revolutionary, and there's so much money to be made in that realm if you just simply know what it is that you have to do to make money. And 99% of people, and I mean this literally, 99% of people have no idea what the fuck is going on in crypto, and that's why they're missing out on millions of dollars. Okay? I've seen way too many examples of young individuals who are, quite frankly, not that talented nor that intelligent that are making millions of dollars. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean millions of dollars in crypto just because they simply know what's going on. Okay? So join the Taylor's Code ASAP. I think we only have about 20 or 15 slots left before we hit 400 people. Once we hit 400, doubling the price of the subscription. Okay, so get grandfathered in at 25 a month. If you want to get into our private group chat, our private network where we're actually showing the individual investments that we're making when we're selling, when we're buying, so that you can actually profit with us, join the private crypto plays inside of the classroom of the school community. Okay? There's nothing else I can really tell you, gentlemen. We're printing money. The guys that are working with us are giving us testimonials. They're showing the money that we're making. People are pumping off of crypto. It's just, what are you waiting for? I don't know what you're waiting for.
Another niche that I think we could boom in 2025 in the Taylor's Code. So we'll get some courses together because we have a team now of content creation from an SEO perspective, from a YouTube Shorts, building shorts, just a database of lifestyle edits. If you guys are watching right now and you've seen the lifestyle edits that we post, like we have teams that are ready to go in content creation. So the Taylor's Code in 2025 is also going to be booming from a content creation perspective. So if you guys want to get involved, if you want to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you want to get monetized on YouTube, you have to start somewhere. So I'm gonna build something and coming up soon for YouTube automation to get just videos uploaded, shorts uploaded, because I have shorts scheduled until February. Like I don't even have to lift a finger to post 3 videos a day. So if there's something that's interest to you, we could build a course on that. We'll get you guys started for something on that, because we've talked about it before. Building your online presence and content is so big, especially in 2025, right? If you don't have an online presence, you don't have that ability to make sales and services. If you want to go online and you want to sell your services or something, you need an online presence. So you need to be able to cold DM, just DM people, reach out, provide your value to these people. Or you could do it the YouTube way. You go on and you create YouTube videos about what your service is or what your product is, and then people see that, they go to your link, they buy. So having an online presence is so important. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have social media content that you post, you're behind other people in your field. Let's just be real. Other people are making content. I guarantee it, in your niche, whether you're in sewing, you're in whatever, crypto, like people make content. So you have to get involved, and you have to you can't be scared to put yourself out there and to create content. So the Taylor's Code, we're going to make a nice little course. Me and Priyama will work on something to get that up.
Absolutely. That's huge. The AI automation that we have for our content creation, and it works. It works. So you guys got to learn these types of things. Before, in the past, you would have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars, the connections to TV advertising, being able to get on TV, on networks, pay exorbitant amounts of money for marketing and advertising just to be able to grow your business. Now it's so available to any single individual that just simply tries. Do you understand how revolutionary it is to have social media where you can just create videos essentially for free? And then if they're good enough, the algorithm will push them for free to grow your business. This is how people are becoming millionaires online all the time. They don't need the same type of access to not only resources in terms of money and TV stations, radio stations, big billboards, etc., to be able to market their business. That's how people had to market. You would have to have money to get on TV, get on the radio, or you would simply have to get a billboard or put up signs in your community, which would only get out to what, a couple hundred people, a couple thousand
Whoever
people.
drove by it that day.
Yeah, that's how people used to market. And that's in recent history. Think about even before that, that it would just only be the people in your community. You didn't have the opportunity that you have right now. TikTok, Ruff, you know how to make good TikTok videos, good YouTube videos. You get out to millions of people on a monthly basis if you're making good content. That's invaluable, right? People do ad spend for their businesses. That's fine. You can, great. But imagine your content's so fantastic, like we are on YouTube, where we're growing just based off of the organic growth that we're getting. We're not paying for ads. We're not paying for pushing on you. No, it's free. So if you can do it for free, even better. And build a community, even better. So outside that, gentlemen, I mean, that's essentially all me and Bobby have for you guys. Do you have anything else, Bobby?
No, no, that's it. That's all I have for today. I would highly recommend the gentlemen really sit down and reflect on their year, what they did good, what they did poorly, how you could work on what you did poorly in 2025. Obviously, it goes without saying, if you didn't work out, if you didn't go to the gym in 2024, you didn't get your body right, your mind's not going to be right. So New Year's resolution, you don't have to wait till New Year's to do this, but if you're looking for an excuse, get to the gym, get your body right, get your mind right, and the rest will follow.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. Well, we'll see you next year.
Oh,
Oh, I hit him with